Yeah. Way up.
All right, hold on. Trying to get this repost ready. What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. And Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here.
I'm not just any brand. I'm my own brand. Good morning, Angela. What are you trying to get ready over there?
Yeah, I am just... I don't know how I should feel about this.
You're almost speechless over there. That's not like you,
so,
Angela.
Drake is in town.
Yes, he is.
He's got his tour going on right now.
New York City.
Shout out to Eli up here. He's really excited. He's a huge Drake fan.
He also kind of favors Drake.
OVO Eli. Mm-hmm. Shout out to our board op, a.k.a. director, Navy.
He
went to the show last night.
Yes.
But a shout out to Dan, our producer.
Okay.
Now, he went to the show last night. And today, there is a picture of him reaching out, hysterical for Drake.
Wait a minute.
Drake walks past.
Dan was a little groupie.
When I tell you, he out there, his hand was stretched so far, and he has his phone in Drake's face, too.
Oh, my gosh, Dan.
And you know who was capturing this?
Who?
His lady.
Well, I wonder
Let me tell you something. If my man is at a concert, and we also work in this business, okay?
Right.
If my man is at a concert, and Drake walks past, and he start doing
and putting his phone in his face,
and got his phone and his arm. First, I don't even know how he managed to do both of those things simultaneously. And I have to capture that. Oh my God!
Would you be embarrassed if you were his lady?
I think I would. I think I'd be like, yo, but she's proud, so that's good. Shout out to Rita. She deals with a lot. I know she does.
We love Rita.
She deals with a lot.
You know, Dan is around celebrities all the time, so
but I don't know why he would do that.
I'm so surprised at Dan.
I don't know why he would do that.
It's funny because I can't even defend myself.
Oh, Dan's here.
Yeah.
Dan.
No, I mean,
not only did he post it.
Honestly, that's the first time I've ever been like that. I will say alcohol was involved. That
Okay.
might have had a lot to do with it.
Are you a big Drake fan?
Yeah, I am.
Apparently,
I wouldn't say I'm.
so.
I wouldn't say I'm the biggest Drake
Did
fan
you do
in the
that
world.
to Kendrick? You love
No,
Kendrick.
and I love Kendrick. I definitely didn't do that. But honestly, it was like, so to set the scene, it was, I was on the aisle, and you know how he walks through the crowd to come to stage?
This really, why does that?
Go ahead, Dan.
We're going to talk about it. We got to get out of
Okay,
this.
you're right.
We'll talk
We got a
about
good
it
show.
later. You can explain it in a
Talk
minute.
about the show.
And the other thing he did, he threw his bra on stage.
All right.
Dan, you did not
You're going
throw.
to-
Dan, you did not throw your training bra.
No. too
Dan
far.
is a 34 double H, and Drake is looking for you. All right. Well, when we come back, let's shine. Oh, and Kenya Moore is going to be joining us today. The beautiful Kenya Moore.
Yay.
Hopefully, you lose your mind for her too.
I don't know.
Also, shine a light on him. 800-292-5150 is the number. Call us up if you want to shine a light. Dan will explain himself later. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
I'ma shine.
Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
Yo, it's Way Up with Angela Yee on a Thursday. Jasmine Brand's favorite day of the week.
My favorite. My own brand. I love Thursdays.
All right. Well, I know we all love a Thursday. And we got to shine a light.
Okay.
All right. So, Jasmine, is there anybody you want to shine a light on before we get it started?
No, I think I'm okay today.
You sent me somebody.
I didn't know you wanted me. First of all, we have a whole break. You don't say, Jasmine, are you none of that. You just put me on the spot.
I
No,
thought you had somebody that you would like shine a light. Hold on, let me pull it up.
I had a few people.
Okay, so Jasmine sent this shine a light yesterday, and this is good because shine a light is not just for people you know, but it's also for people that you might have seen a really positive story as something great that they're doing. And you want to shine a light on Debbie Dyson. She's a CEO that creates job opportunities for Black people without 4-year college degrees.
Yes.
So 110 is the company, and the goal is to find 1 million jobs for Black people seeking employment without a 4-year bachelor's degree. And Debbie Dyson will head that initiative for this organization. It's a nonprofit to help find sustainable employment opportunities. So shout out to Debbie Dyson. We definitely want to shine a light on you.
Yes.
All right, see, that's great. We got to show that it's not just family members, although that's good too.
Yeah.
And friends. It is also people that we might see a news story about and say what they did is amazing.
And she's really making a difference.
All right. Well, who do you want to shine a light on? 800-292-5150. Kimmy, what's up?
Good morning.
Good morning. Who do you want to shine a light on?
I actually just want to shine a light on everybody who are battling struggles that, they don't speak on. I know how tough that can be on, someone's mental health. So I just want to, speak in general and let everybody know that, this is not your story. This is just a chapter and you will get through this.
Ooh, did you go through something too that is making you feel like you need to put that?
I did, yes. I just recently lost my brother a couple of months ago. My grandfather had stage 4 cancer, so I'm just going through a lot.
Oh, wow.
And I just like to, speak positive things into the universe and just tell people some things that I feel like I may need to hear sometimes.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
And I think that helps so much, the energy you putting out for everybody else. So I appreciate you.
Absolutely. No problem. And I love y'all, by the way. I really do. I listen to y'all every day. So
Thank you.
Thank y'all for everything.
Thank you. We love you too so much.
And we're keeping you in our prayers.
Thank you. Y'all have a wonderful and blessed day.
You too.
Hey, Jamie, who do you want to shine a light on?
My daughter Justice.
Who? Justice?
Her daughter, Justice.
Okay.
Yes.
Talk about her.
Justice, my father died with COVID in 2020.
Oh, wow.
And ever since then, she's been doing a give back. She did a scholarship at the school last year and the year before, and this year. And she just graduated from school in 2020.
Oh, nice.
Y'all raised her right.
19 years old. And she did a give back this year, a school give back. She went out to the community and gave out book bags, paper, pencils, and stuff within the bags to some of our communities in America.
That's amazing. I love that.
Yes.
All right.
And she took her own money that she worked for and did it on her own.
Oh my gosh.
Beautiful.
She needs to start something so that people can actually help donate so she doesn't have to use her own money.
Right.
Well, I've been trying to tell her that, but she want to do it on her own.
Okay.
Even with the scholarship, she saved up her money and she did the scholarship.
All right.
Dope.
Well, thank you so much for calling.
Thank you. Have a great day.
All right, well, that was Shine a Light. 800-292-5150 is the number. In case you couldn't get through, you can still leave a message for last word and shine a light on someone. And when we come back, we have Yee T and another sad breakup and divorce. We'll tell you about Miss Tina Lawson has filed for divorce. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
She about to blow the lid up off this pot.
Let's get it.
Oh, yeah. Angela's spilling that yee tea.
Come and get the tea.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine Brand is here.
Yes. Good morning.
Right in her wheelhouse with
Yep.
the Yee T.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, Beyonce's mom, Tina Knowles, has filed for divorce from Richard Lawson. Man, that's her second husband, and according to court documents that Page 6 actually got, they are terminating their 8-year marriage. He has officially filed on Wednesday, yesterday. Mm-hmm. Now, according to reps, of course, they have not immediately responded to give any type of comment, but people were noticing that she changed her name from Tina Lawson back to Tina Knowles on her Instagram bio.
Right.
On top of that, they hadn't posted pictures of each other since March. Mm-hmm. And they had known each other for a long time, decades. They didn't start dating until 2013.
Right.
And so I guess, I don't know what happened, but one thing you noticed was people were talking about
his likes. If you looked at his Twitter page on his likes, he was liking lots of porn, which is he's allowed to, but it was like really weird. Like it was like lots of like graphic porn, and everyone noticed it because everyone.
But it was like all of a sudden.
Yeah, it was like the last like 3 months or so.
Maybe he was hacked.
I don't know, but now this morning, first of all, I said something to you about it last night. This morning, his page was disabled, so I don't know.
Maybe he didn't know that. Maybe he looked at it and didn't know that people could see who he liked.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's a free country. You could look and like it whatever you want to. But I will say, fans started noticing like a few weeks ago that something was awry. We started hearing reports that they weren't together, and I noticed they weren't at Magic Johnson's annual kind of vacation soiree.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, other rumors had been swirling about Cardi B and Offset, but it looks like they're good and together.
Yep.
Of course, they celebrated their daughter's birthday, and now they have a song coming out together tomorrow, and it's called Jealousy.
Okay.
By the way, we've heard it. I
Yes.
just want to throw that out there. Offset did play it. It's amazing.
I love it. You let me listen to it, and it
Cardi B slid on that for sure.
girl, did she?
Yeah. So shout out to them.
So when's that coming out?
Tomorrow.
Okay, perfect.
All right, and she was actually going back and forth with the trolling, but I don't know why she does that.
I know.
But,
she falls back sometimes and reverts to her old self.
yeah, she can't help it.
Yeah. Is this a reimagination of something? What, Baby Boy or something? This photo?
The photo?
Yeah, what is this supposed to be?
Oh, I don't know. Is it?
It looks like it's like some throwback or something.
Yeah, we just saw a picture, so they haven't put out more than that.
Okay, I'm sure we'll understand tomorrow.
I'm sure we'll see. Some people were trying to say that their problems were all promo for the single, but she didn't start the problems. It was, somebody on the blogs trying to say something.
Right.
All right. Travis Scott, unfortunately for him, his show is canceled for Egypt.
Okay.
All right, it's officially canceled. I know they were trying to make it happen. They were trying to make it work. At first it was a rumor, but they did post, "We regret to inform you that the Utopia show, originally scheduled for July 28th, is canceled. Unfortunately, despite highest efforts, complex production issues meant that the show could not be constructed at the desert. We understand that this news is disappointing and not the outcome any of us desired. Live Nation assured fans that they would be receiving refunds for any tickets that they had purchased, and they also apologized for any inconvenience."
Can I just say, I'm surprised they didn't iron the kinks out before making this announcement of this actual show,
I know.
That's a little surprising.
But I don't know if they originally got some type of
approval,
confirmation, but they probably didn't realize how complicated that it would be too. But you're right.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised by that.
Now, there is one story, and we don't know that this is true or not. I kind of don't believe it, but this TikToker allegedly sold his house to pay for the trip to go to Egypt for Travis's Utopia concert, and then the concert got canceled. He posted, "I actually did it," and then there's a sign of him in front of his house saying for sale, and then it's sold.
I don't know if I believe that.
I don't believe it either. Like, if you sold your house to go to a concert, that's like something our producer Dan would do to see Drake.
Well, and Dan also loves Travis Scott too, though.
He might sell his house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't do that, Dan.
I don't own a house.
Okay.
Well, fortunately, he doesn't own a house.
I don't like Dan being able to respond.
Because if he just turned the mic on. Because if he did, listen, baby.
Homeless.
Unhoused.
Oh, yeah, sorry, unhoused.
All right, well, that is your Yeetie. And when we come back, we have About Last Night. And some people in this room had a time last night. All right, it's way up with Angela Yee. About Last Night. When we come back, that's where we talk about the things that we did last night. I know we worked all night.
We did.
And then came home and had some Wingstop.
Yeah, we ate.
All right, it's way up with Angela Yee. About Last Night next.
Yeah. Last night.
So, about last night.
Last night.
Here's how it went down.
It's way up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here.
I'm my own brand.
Last night, again, working.
Always working.
Lip service.
2 episodes.
Yeah, and you guys are going to love these next 2. Big Boss Vet
I love her.
is on the show.
She's so pretty, too.
Yes, and 4 from Black Ink Chicago.
Oh, ooh, spicy.
Y'all go look at his timeline on Twitter.
Don't suggest
Since
that.
we were talking about Twitter timelines.
No, do not suggest that.
Man, listen, if you could see some of this stuff, I got to show you guys in the room. Just look at his timeline on Twitter. It's very, very
explicit.
Yeah, it's explicit. Don't do it at work with people looking over your shoulder.
Do it in private if you're into that kind of thing.
Okay. But that's what we did last night. And I told you guys last week, Friday, I did go see Drake perform at the Barclays, Drake and 21 Savage. Good times.
Yeah.
And what's really exciting about the show for people is that he does walk through the audience, a couple of times. So you get to, if you're seated in the right place, he is going to walk right past you, and you see a sea of people just,
grabbing and
reaching
for him.
Yes.
Reaching out for you.
Now, a lot of people up here at our radio station at iHeart did end up going to the concert last night.
Okay.
It was at Madison Square Garden.
That's major.
Yes, in New York. So first he did Brooklyn and the Barclays, and then now he's doing his Madison Square Garden shows. So, in the studio with us for About Last Night, for the first time ever, we're going to talk to both of the guys who work up here behind the scenes. Navy.
You're breaking the fourth wall right now, right,
Yeah, we're
Angela?
breaking the fourth wall. Navy. Hey, Navy.
Yeah.
All right, and also Dan, our producer.
Yes.
All right, so guys, tell us about the concert from last night and your seats, and if you had a chance to touch Drake.
You want to go with me? Go.
Go for it.
All right. So
Okay,
pretty
baby.
much, me and one of our producers, Eli, he's a huge Drake fan.
And Eli did the Way Up logo.
Yes, he did the Way Up
Eli is
logo.
talented.
He even dressed as Drake as the performance.
And his name is OVO Eli on social media. That's how much he loves.
It's a little weird. Go ahead.
So me and him have tickets, and we're on the line to get drinks. But as we get drinks, security closes off our section 108, and we're just like, "What's happening?" He's like, "Oh, he's walking out here." And security said it's so loud that crowds of people just came, and now we can't go back to our seats.
Oh.
So we
Did you miss Drake?
No.
Okay.
Get to that part. I cut to another side. I saw that. Cut to another side. Cut to the crowd. I'm stuck, but Eli somehow's at a seat, and right in front of us is Dan. And as Drake is coming out, you just see Dan
on the
aisle. Dan
So
and
you
Eli
had
just.
prime location.
Prime location.
And you were with your girlfriend. She let you have the aisle.
Yes, she let me have the aisle.
Because she was like, that way you can touch Drake.
Basically.
Good girlfriend.
All right, so go ahead.
Oh no, and as Drake is coming down, you see Eli and Dan just reaching out to Drake like it was God.
I was saying, admittedly.
How did Drake feel when you touched him?
It was a dap. So it was more like, it was a pound.
Drake gave him a pound.
It was a pound, yeah.
Oh, and then what happened afterward? What was your final reaction?
Oh, I was happy.
No,
I was like, let's
describe
go.
it.
I mean, how do you describe it? It's a visual thing.
But
I
you
had
went,
like I was like, let's go.
Dude.
Let's go.
Did you wash your hand? That you
He's never
Yes,
going to wash his
I
hands
washed
again.
mine.
was it your right hand or your
I've
left
showered
hand?
twice since this has happened.
Twice. It's just
Once when I
happened.
got home and then
Combination.
once before in the morning.
Okay.
I needed that shower to get out. Disclaimer, I was really drunk.
So
and
if you were
I was
sober-
excited. I was.
If you were sober, you would have done that too.
I would have reached out, but I would not have reacted that way.
And Dan is around a lot of celebrities
All the
FYI.
time, and I'm honestly unfazed, always keeping it professional. But also, I don't know. I guess because it's like it wasn't in a like.
It was a concert, so
Yeah.
you were feeling the
Yeah.
energy of everybody.
Exactly.
Like
Thank
excited. You were there. The girls just reaching out.
So you touched Drake.
I did.
Reach out and touch. So do you feel different?
I don't know if life will ever be the same.
Wait,
Is that the answer you're hoping
nothing
for?
was the same?
Nothing was ever.
Nothing
yeah.
will ever be
There
the
you go.
same. Okay, that's nice. And shout out to your girlfriend for actually saying, you know what, you take the aisle seat, you touch Drake.
Yeah. And she got me the tickets.
And she got you the tickets.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
She's a keeper for sure.
Absolutely. All right. Well, again, is there anybody, Jasmine, that you've ever gotten so excited and fanned out over, just like Dan and Eli and everybody, all the guys up here?
I met Joan Rivers. I was super excited. I didn't fan out like a Dan, but I did interview her, so that was really exciting for me.
All right. Well, let's talk to you guys, and I'll tell you my experiences. 800-292-5150 is the number. Who have you ever just went crazy, fanned out over, maybe even embarrassed yourself? We want to hear those stories. 800-292-5150. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
You vibing way up with Angela Yee.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here.
Yes, happy Friday Eve, Angela.
Indeed it is. And so exciting. You know, normally we do a bat last night about what we did, but what the guys up here did was way more exciting. They went to go see Drake.
Way more exciting.
Yeah, I mean, we had fun, but we were working.
We were.
And they went to go see Drake, and our very own producer, Dan.
Yes.
If you look at my stories, I posted him.
Posted it.
Yeah, of course I did. I posted Dan reaching out to touch Drake, and he was so excited afterward. He did a dance after. Yeah.
I've never. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if we go to your page, also Way Up should post it too.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm
Okay.
gonna put it
On
the
the
Way Up
feed.
page.
On the feed.
And OVO Eli, that's his Instagram name. He works here. He also has video footage of himself touching Drake too.
Oh, two
And-
touchers.
Yeah. And it looked like the two of them had a scuffle of who was going to touch Drake first, from what I saw.
His seats were higher up.
Okay.
So
Ooh.
Shots fired.
And shout
Not
out
really,
to
that's just
JP.
how it
He
was.
works here too. Y'all all went to the Drake show last night.
Navy.
Which is amazing. Navy went. But we want to hear about you guys and your fanned out experiences. I've always only fanned out for people that my parents would be really excited to meet.
Yeah.
Right? So when I met Patti LaBelle, that was a huge deal. Stephanie Mills was exciting.
Yeah.
Smokey Robinson, I remember a long time ago at my last job, he was in the hallway, and I was like, "Oh my God, Smokey Robinson!" Like
Those are
so
legends.
Weird, yeah, legendary situations. I met Prince one time.
Now
but
that-
I was so excited I couldn't breathe. I was like, "Ooh, I'm not going to even say anything." I was like, "Hi, how you doing?"
You
Just-
love Prince.
I love Prince. Is my favorite artist of all time.
Yeah, you love Prince.
All right, so let's hear what you guys have to say about your fanned out moments. Sophia, how are you? What's good? Tell us somebody you fanned out over.
What's up? I fanned out over you. I fanned out over you. I'm not gonna lie.
When?
Oh, I'm from Detroit, so I met you like 3 or 4 times.
You came to Private Label?
Oh yeah. I came to Private Label. I came to the car show with Envy. I met you like so many times, but I'd be so nervous.
Aw.
Well, thank
Why
you.
did she make you
That is
nervous?
so sweet.
Because, like, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm an artist and all that type of stuff. And it's like, I wait on opportunities like that to grow myself and to grow people around me. Mm-hmm. And I just always forget what to say because I know that it could be a life-changing experience. And I just be so nervous.
Oh, wow.
That is really sweet. Thank you. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll be in Detroit next week checking up on the building, too.
Yep.
I remember her, too. All right, thank you.
Bye.
Please don't forget me. Don't forget me. Love y'all. Have a great day.
You too.
Get your ass. Go in the cage right now.
Ian.
Hi.
You better be. No. You better be talking
Damn,
to a
y'all
dog,
just click
okay?
in while I'm yelling at my dog.
Okay, that better be a dog you yelling at to get in the cage.
I'm sorry.
Ian switched it up so fast, too.
So fast.
Hey.
Hi, how are you? Good morning.
Good morning, Ian. Who have you ever fanned out over?
Marshall Mathers. Actually, I lived right next door to his ex-wife's Kim's aunt and uncle.
Oh. Okay.
And yeah, so I was actually playing with Lainey and Haley, did not know, growing up in Centerline. I lived in Centerline close to like 8 Mile and Van Dyke where he grew up at on the trailer parks and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't know when we moved there that he was related to the people next door. But one day he came, I guess, to talk to them or whatever. And my mom and my sister seen him and went crazy. And then maybe a couple of weeks later, I actually seen him myself. He was going in there, and every time he came by, they would like close the windows and stuff and be very discreet. But yeah, I actually grew up right next door and played with Haley and Lainey and never knew.
Wow. Did you have a chance to say hi or anything ever?
Yep, and he gave me this blank ass stare.
Not too many people get a
waved and got the hell on.
He waved. Okay, he waved. But look, not too many people get a glimpse of Marshall Mathers like that in real life. So that's dope.
But if you're a real Detroiter, you know I'm not lying. Where his people stay at. So.
Mm-hmm. All right. Be nice to your dog, okay?
Everybody. All right. Thank you.
Hey, Alice. How are you?
Good. How are you?
So we're talking about somebody we fanned out over. Who have you ever fanned out over?
Fanned out over Floyd Mayweather. In the club, me and my friend went, and he opened up the rope and said, "Come on, pretty ladies, party with me."
Oh, okay.
He was dating Miss Jackson at the time, so she was sitting next to him.
Okay.
So I'm excited. I'm like, let me see those hands you knock dudes out with. And I touched his hand. And he did a pose for us. We took a picture. He was like, get him a drink. And he walks away. And my friend says, oh, my God, I cannot believe we're partying with Floyd Mayweather. And I looked at her. I said, Mayweather? I said, please be quiet before you get us kicked out of VIP.
That will get you kicked out the
right.
Yeah,
VIP, too.
it seemed like the music stopped when she said his name wrong. I just knew he was going to tell us he had to go.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That's cute.
But it was a fun time. I will say that prior to that, I didn't really care for him. But that night changed my whole perspective of him. When I tell you he's so down to earth and such a nice guy, he wasn't like flirty or disrespectful. Like he really just wanted to party, seen us standing there and let us in there. Like he was a really nice guy.
That's so dope. That's really
he seems
nice.
like a really nice guy.
Yeah,
too.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
When I used to work at Sirius, he used to like randomly call in sometimes just to weigh in on the topics.
That's so funny.
Shout out to Floyd Mayweather.
All right.
Yeah, he's really cool.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Have a good day.
You too. All right, and now we have a special caller on the line, Rita, who is Dan's girlfriend.
Hey, Rita.
Took the picture of Dan fanning out. Hey, Rita, how are you?
Good. How are you guys? Thank you for having me.
All right. Well, first of all, shout out to you for getting the tickets for the Drake concert and letting Dan sit in the aisle and then capturing the moment where he actually managed to reach out and grab Drake.
Yeah. You know, honestly, I'm going to hold this over his head forever because I'm the one who gave you the aisle seat. Like, best girlfriend award.
That's hilarious.
And you definitely deserve it. So what was that like for you as the girlfriend of the guy who was reaching out for Drake?
I mean, honestly, I was so excited for him because you've known Dan for so long. You know he doesn't fanboy ever. And to see him yesterday was really a special experience for me.
Hilarious.
He really doesn't, like, fan out like that ever. So to see, like, even during the concert, like, he had his phone out and was videotaping Drake, like, during the concert. And I was like, I've never seen him do this before. So, honestly, I thought it was really cute.
Now, what if he makes a habit out of this and starts doing this everywhere, like at every concert?
That'll be weird. Yeah. I think Drake is the only exception.
That's so funny. Do you think he would have got mad if you would have did that? If it would have been the other way around?
No, definitely not. Because
He
I do
would've
that all
captured
the
it.
time. I'm like a fangirl over every artist all the time. Like, I just love music. Like, that's what he's just used to it.
Okay.
hilarious.
All right. Well, thank you so much for providing us with this content. We appreciate you.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Well, thank you guys for calling in to let us know about your fanned out experiences. Super cute.
Yeah.
All right. And listen, I'm never ashamed to be a fan.
Me neither.
But I don't know that I would do what Dan did. But when we come back, we have a Yeetie, and let's talk about Ariana Grande. All right. People are talking about her new relationship, and we'll give you the updates on what's happening with him and his marriage. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Way up.
Just like to talk like they Angela Yee, like they Angela Yee.
Man, she's spilling it all. This is Yee T. Way up.
Yes, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine is here
I'm not just any brand. I'm my own brand.
with that great smelling lotion.
Shout out to
Mashudat.
Mashudat.
Yeah, she makes these amazing lemongrass lotions. It makes the whole room smell good when people come in.
Smells so good.
All right, well, let's get into some Yeetie. Now, NLE Choppa has a new song out, and it's getting hot. It comes out tomorrow, and there's a preview online, and he is channeling his inner Nelly. Here's what it sounds like. Looks like Nelly in this.
That's what I was about to
He
say.
has the Band-Aid, the headband, all of that. So I saw he was trending because of this. Some people were like, okay, this was the wrong song for, because it's not a sample. I mean, it is, but he definitely is flowing and...
I feel like he covered it.
Yeah,
It wasn't
it's-
really a sample. You know what I mean?
All right. Well, Nelly approves, though. Nelly posted, "Go up, nephew." And NLE Choppa reacted. He said, "Nelly approved." So that's going to be coming out tomorrow for that new video.
I'm sure he let him hear it before, too. So,
Yeah, I mean, he had to clear it.
Yeah.
And Nelly probably was like, let me hear it first. All right, now, Jamie Foxx, as y'all know, he is doing better after that health scare. And he actually, they put out this freestyle. Breon put this out. This is how we have made so many #1 hits together. Millions of records sold. My brother Jamie Foxx is truly the most gifted individual that I have ever worked with. So blessed to have him back. The best part about him is he has always trusted me. This new album will be another classic. God is the greatest. And here is a little snippet of that freestyle.
I was on my Uncle Luke, feeling like I won a Grammy. Hold up, wait, Uncle Grammy, give it a look.
Okay. This would be the perfect time to put out an album, a new Jamie Foxx album.
You gotta say, I'm still alive. That's my song right there. That's a blessing.
Yeah.
Life is a blessing. All right, Ariana Grande's boyfriend, Ethan Slater. People were talking about how she got with him, and he is still married. And apparently his wife was not aware that any of this was going to go down. I guess his estranged wife felt like things were fine. Well, according to legal documents that TMZ obtained, Ethan Slater is now legally ending things. He filed divorce papers in New York. And so he and his wife, Lily J, were high school sweethearts. They got married in 2018. They welcomed a son together last year. But now that is Ariana Grande's boyfriend. They actually met on the set of Wicked.
The way you said it, and now that's Ariana Grande's boyfriend.
Now, sources who are close to Lily said she was heartbroken to hear about the relationship and she feels abandoned. I mean, they do have a very young 1-year-old.
Yeah, that's kind of...
Yeah.
It doesn't look too good. I mean, who knows what's going on behind the scenes, but it just doesn't look good when you have a young child like that.
We have no idea what's going on behind the scenes.
Yep.
All right, Flo Rida has bought a shopping center in Miami Gardens.
Oh.
We love to see it. They bought Cloverleaf Plaza for $10 million.
Okay.
According to records, Taylor Made Lending LLC. They provided the buyer with a $6.2 million mortgage, and the seller had paid $1.5 million for this back in 1993, but then since then there's been a whole lot of additions.
Okay.
And so Cloverleaf Shopping Plaza is anchored by Studio 183 Lounge Bar Grill Nightclub, and it's 100% occupied.
Oh, okay.
So great to be able to make these investments and to be able to talk about them.
For sure.
So shout out to him. I mean, he's been getting to that cash.
Especially this year.
Yeah, it's not a game.
Yeah.
All right, well, that is your Yeetie. And when we come back, we have Under the Radar. These are the stories that are not necessarily in the front page, but they are under the radar, just as important. And we have some great ones for you today. There's always so many
I know.
that we want to end up doing. We can't do them all. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Got news. This in the news that relates to you. These stories are flying under the radar.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine Brand is here.
What's up, Angela?
Nothing, feeling blessed.
I like your eyeshadow today.
Thank you. Thank you, Keys, my makeup artist. I like yours too.
Thank you.
Now let's get into these under the radar stories. These are stories that might not be in the front page of the news, but they're just as important. A child boxing match. And when I say child, I mean these kids are 9 years old. And this is being promoted in West Virginia. All right, so the boxing promoter is Chill Boxing, and they have announced the Boone County Brawl in Madison, West Virginia. The match is between Mason the Viper Maynard from Ashland, Kentucky, and Landon Pitbull Van Dyke from Richland, Virginia. They both weigh in at a maximum of 68 pounds. This feels so wrong.
But you know what, though, Angela? You know, it's just like boxing lessons. Like, you know how some people put their kids in boxing?
No, this is a brawl. They're 9.
But
their little heads aren't even fully formed yet. Like,
yeah,
I feel like
I don't like it either. I don't like the idea either. But who's gonna win?
It doesn't feel safe.
The Viper or the Pit Bull?
Now they're saying that child boxing is safer than football or wrestling, according to
who?
Them. Okay. And so they said there's fewer injuries as compared to that of high school football, wrestling, soccer, hockey, rugby, etc. Amateur boxing rates as the 75th least dangerous sport out of 100. And that is according to the Royal Society for the Prevention of Accidents and the National Safety Council. But pediatricians beg to differ.
Okay, what do they say?
Now, the Canadian Pediatrician Society says we want children and teens to actively pursue sport and recreation, but boxing is not a good option.
Right.
They recommend that young people participate in sports where the prime focus is not deliberate blows to the head.
Yeah.
And this does put you at a serious risk of face and brain injuries, including concussion. Children's brains are more vulnerable. That's what I just said to concussion, and recovery takes longer than for adults. And even though they wear safety gear, there's no evidence to show that head guards actually reduce the incidence of concussions.
Also, football seems like it's very dangerous for children too, or for adults.
Yeah, you got to do like touch football or something like
flag.
that. Yeah, just flag football.
Flag football, yeah.
All right, so would you put your kid?
Absolutely not.
I would love to hear what you guys have to say if you want to add us at Way Up with Yee to see what you guys think about this. All right, now MasterCard is moving to ban cannabis purchases on their debit cards. So they have told financial institutions to stop allowing marijuana transactions on their cards, and that is already going to make things really difficult for people who maybe are involved in the marijuana industry or people who have a MasterCard and want to buy some.
What's the problem? What's the issue?
Because the federal government still considers cannabis sales illegal. You know, it's a state-by-state thing.
Right.
So those purchases are not allowed on their system. So the federal government has to figure out how to deal with this.
Right. Because if I have a MasterCard and I'm in a state or I'm in the District of Columbia where you can do that, so how does it? Who overrules who? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and also even just traveling, a lot of people have been concerned about going from state to state. You can't bring marijuana from one state to the next.
Right,
so
yeah.
Everything is still so new. There's a lot of things they have to figure out.
Yep.
All right, and in news of I didn't know you couldn't do this, one family made $7.6 million. You know what they did? They took cans and bottles from Arizona and recycled them in California.
Oh.
$7.6 million one family made.
That's
all right,
a
so
lot
when
of
you
money.
purchase plastic or aluminum bottles in California, you pay an extra 5 to 10 cents.
Yep.
And that is for the CRV, California Redemption Value. So that recycling program, though, they said is funded by consumers because Arizona has no such program. So you know how you pay the additional fee for cans and bottles?
Yeah.
And so because they don't have that in Arizona, people are taking those bottles from Arizona, redeeming them in California and making money like that. But now, according to prosecutors, they're saying that family that made $7.6 million from recycling defrauded the state of California.
Oh, come on.
Yes, they said it's felony grand theft. And that is punishable by up to 3 years in state prison.
Oh,
they said
my
redeeming
gosh.
out-of-state containers to the degree that family is accused of could increase the sentence by another 3 years.
They some haters.
I mean, that's a lot. And that's very creative.
Have you ever not recycle, but take your cans and stuff to the place? I did it one time.
I used to, because when they had the machines outside, it's just easy. But And now I just put them in a recycling bag and I let people come pick it up outside and just leave it there for them neatly organized and cleaned out and rinse the cans out and everything so that it's not a mess.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is your Under the Radar. Now, we do have the Way Up Mix at the top of the hour on your favorite day. It's Friday Eve. Also, we do have Kenya Moore from Real Housewives of Atlanta joining us today. You know she's a hoot.
Kenya Moore Hair Care.
Kenya Moore Hair Care. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
They say it's truth in the rumors. From industry shade to all the gossip. Talk to me. Angela's spilling that Yee tea.
Yes, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here.
Yes. I'm not just any brand. I'm my own brand.
And it's time for your Yee tea. All right, Post Malone recently spoke with Zane Lowe, and that's all ahead of his new album, Austin. And one of the things that he talked about was, you know, there was a period of time that he did not look well is a good way to put it. And he said that he, however, has never done hard drugs. Here's what he said.
There was a time there when you were on the road, I think people were genuinely concerned for your health. Did they get to you?
Yes. First off, I shouldn't have to really justify anything to anyone, but I appreciate the concerns that people, but then it just goes like, it goes from like, hey, like, I hope he's fine, but then the rumor starts that I'm doing hard drugs, which I've never done in my entire life.
All right, now what has he done? Shrooms. Here's what he had to say about that.
I like shrooms, not as much as I used to. It's really affected my short-term memory.
It's interesting because this is supposed to promote...
Right, which is, it's but ever since, like, maybe it was just a stint of habitual overuse, like daily.
Right.
But now I take a little bar of chocolate with my buddies, a little square of chocolate, and just laugh and laugh and laugh.
I will say, Angela, don't you think the definition of hard drugs has changed over the years?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think shrooms were ever considered hard drugs.
Yeah.
Or marijuana. Were they?
No, maybe. Cocaine, I think people is more acceptable with people. He didn't say that, but that used to be a hard.
But cocaine is still hard drugs.
I feel like people are more accepting of it lately. Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't want to say I hope not, but I feel like, we're being more flexible.
But I mean, I think that we have to look up a list of what hard drugs are, but I don't think shrooms are ever considered hard drugs or marijuana. But
not me. I don't think.
I think it's different classes, right? All right. Now, in addition to that, speaking of interviews, Quavo just 20 minutes ago on his YouTube channel has put out a conversation for the fans. Hashtag Rocket Power as we get ready for that. And he, according to this description, Quavo sits down to have an intimate conversation where he shares his grief, emotions, and newfound purpose. So we do have a piece of that.
I miss him a lot, and I love him. He know I love him. When you see me and see me smiling or something like that, you don't got to never think like I forgot about him or I forget about him. I think about him all the time. Sometimes I cry myself to sleep. I just know he here. I know I can't. If I can't feel him, I just know he around. He just do all type of crazy things. I know I'm not. I don't even like calling it crazy no more. I don't even say the word that's crazy. I don't say stuff like that no more because it's dead serious. It's real.
Okay.
Oh, that's so difficult. That,
I know.
For him to have, and I know for both him and for Offset, it's not easy for them to have these conversations
publicly.
Yeah, where they talk about Takeoff, because that's just hard. That's even, I'm sure privately you break down.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that every day they both, think about that. And he said he cries.
Yeah.
All right. Dave Chappelle has announced his 2023 tour dates.
Okay.
And so it starts off August 22nd in New York City at Madison Square Garden. And then it all ends in Chicago, October 4th at United Center. I feel like he's still going to add more dates on too, because it always starts off here, ends here, but then in between, they always end up adding some more dates.
Right. Those are two cities we love, too.
Yeah. It's going to be New York, Cleveland, Detroit, Lexington, Kentucky, Indianapolis, New Orleans, Kansas City, Omaha, Nashville, and St. Paul, Minnesota.
I was born in Omaha.
That's right.
September 18th.
I feel like you're going to Omaha soon.
This weekend.
You're going to be in Omaha?
Yep.
When's the last time you've been there?
I have no idea.
It's
been I don't know the last time I've been there.
And when you ask Jasmine like where you're from, people think she's from DC, but really you're from Omaha.
Yeah, I was born and raised in Omaha, Nebraska. I just was in I've been in DC most of my life. But yeah, I'll be in Omaha this weekend.
Okay, that's dope.
Little family reunion.
All right, and Jaylen Brown, which we all discussed this already, he signed the richest deal in NBA history on Wednesday. It's a 5-year, $304 million Supermax contract extension with the Celtics. He said he wants to bring Black Wall Street to Boston. He said, I want to launch a project to bring Black Wall Street. I want to attack the wealth disparity here. I think there's analytics that supports that stimulating the wealth gap could actually be something that could be betterment for the entire economy. He was talking at the MIT Media Lab in Cambridge, Massachusetts. He said, with the biggest financial deal in NBA history, it makes sense to talk about 1 year investment in community. But with the wealth disparity here that nobody wants to talk about is top 5 in the U.S. And it's something we can all improve on it. It's unsettling.
I love that idea.
I know. All right. And he's got the money to do it.
And he's also cute.
Okay, Jasmine. All right. Well, that is your Yeetie. And when we come back, man, since we're talking about sports, let's talk about this story with Cam Newton. Apparently, he wants to get his Bentley back, and he's suing his ex-girlfriend for that. We want to talk about this. Whew, giving them gifts back afterward. It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and we'll be back.
Yeah, she back at it. Bring in the Mac. Way Up with Angela Yee is on.
Yes, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here.
Yes, what's up, Ange?
We're eating salads. We almost bought a huge giant cookie.
None of us had any money.
We ordered our salads on the app to pick it up, but we didn't bring money downstairs when we went to pick up the salads. And so, fortunately, we did not buy that huge giant cookie. I was like, I don't think we should do that. Jasmine said we could split it 4 ways. So sorry, guys, no cookies for you up here.
It looked so good. It looked like it was a little crunchy and soft too. It was so big.
I like a thin chocolate chip cookie, right?
Yeah,
like a thin.
But you like yours kind of crunchy.
I do like a little crunchy.
Yeah, I like it in between.
All right, now let's talk about this. Cam Newton is suing his ex-girlfriend Kia Proctor. He wants to get back his 2017 Bentley. This is all according to Radar Online. They have the documents. Now, they started dating in 2013. They split in 2019. They have 4 kids together. Their breakup happened because around the time that he had a child with an Instagram model named Lorena Shaw. Now, in the new lawsuit, Cam Newton is saying there's a dispute over a 2017 Bentley that he owns. He said he allowed her to use it while they were in a romantic relationship, and although the relationship has ended, she does remain in possession of the car and refuses to return it. He purchased his car in 2018, and it was only in his name.
Okay.
So he said she was allowed to use the car with the understanding that she would return it if the relationship ended.
Oh, I don't like those terms.
It's petty, but they have 4 kids together. But I will say, if it's only in his name, it's his car. And so if somebody is giving you a gift, you got to make sure that car is in your name. If someone's like, hey, I'm giving you a car, but it's in their name, they're not giving you a car. And he's saying that he never gave it to her. He just let her use it during that time.
Yeah, I don't like that. But, I mean, it is his car. Maybe he wants to give it to his new girlfriend, Jasmine Brown. You know he's dating Watch Jazzy.
I thought it was you. I was like, whoa, Jasmine Brand?
No.
I mean, he is?
He's dating Watch Jazzy. You know who that is, Jasmine Brand. She's really pretty. She's a
Watch Jazzy.
Comedian and actress.
Yep.
Maybe he wants to give it to her.
Well, not sure, but he wants it back. It's a 27. I don't know if I would want somebody's car that they've been using.
I just made that up, so he probably not. But do you think do you think that she should give the car back?
She has to.
Okay, yes.
Legally, he could go and get it back. So,
okay.
In a situation like this, just give it back. I mean, it's in his name. There's nothing else you could do.
I know.
And he's probably, I don't know, he maybe bought it outright. But let's just say it was a car that he was making payments on. He would still be the one who had to make the payments.
Let's give her the car. Okay, all right.
We can't tell somebody what to do with their stuff, but
why not?
It would be nice.
Let's give her the car.
It'd be nice.
You're fine. Give her the car. She got 4 of your kids.
All right, now Tristan Thompson and his brother Amari have moved in with Khloe Kardashian. This is on the season finale of The Kardashians on Hulu. And so they, after celebrating the holidays together, Khloe gets the news that his mom has died of a heart attack. And so she got on Kim Kardashian's plane along with Kris Jenner. They flew out to Toronto and they dropped everything to get there. And so now I guess they've moved in. Here's what happened on The Kardashians.
Tristan and I are not back together, but I love Andrea. And I love Tristan. I love Amari. And this is what family does. Tristan is the father of my kids. You know, I've lost my dad, but still I can't wrap my head around losing my mom. And I know how close Tristan and his mom are, and it's just heartbreaking. And then to be left with the responsibility of another person as well it's a lot.
That is a lot.
Yeah.
But I get it. His mom passed away, and you guys do have 2 children together, so...
And she had a relationship with the mom, too.
Yeah. Whew, I don't know if I could be like moving here. I might be like, look, I got an extra house that you guys can stay in.
Well, if my ex didn't have it like that, I absolutely would do it.
But you know, the other thing that she said was that there was some severe weather and Tristan's home was under construction and the roof caved in.
Okay.
So she says that until the repairs come through, that's why he and his brother have moved in with her.
It's tricky.
Yeah,
you know,
to be a good person, and maybe they're on good terms.
Yeah, because maybe they get along like friends.
But imagine if you're dating somebody and you're like, oh yeah, my ex is living here with his brother. I mean, how do you explain that?
Yeah, that's different.
Especially when you have money like that.
You're like, why? You guys,
you guys, he used to live there. All right, well, that is just us talking about all of these relationship situations and situationships. But when we come back, we have from Real Housewives of Atlanta, Kenya Moore Hair Care. Kenya Moore is going to be joining us. So if you guys have been watching this season, you've seen a lot going on. The last episode, she slipped and fell really bad in Portugal.
Yeah.
And ended up in the emergency room. So we're going to discuss all of those things. She has been having not a great time with some of the other cast members too, who I thought her and Sanya were going to get along, but it looks like there's some issues there. But we'll discuss all of that. You know, she has no problem talking about anything. Kenya Moore, when we come back, it's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Now I'm back at it. You vibing Way Up with Angela Yee.
Yes, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine is here.
Yes. I'm not just any brand. I'm my own brand.
You know, it's almost August.
Is the summer almost over?
I think we still have time. I saw somewhere they were saying they expect it to start snowing on the East Coast in October.
Oh, I can't wait.
Really?
I love winter. I love fall. I love all the seasons. Living in LA, we really only had like one season. So I love all the seasons. I love this. I was born in December. I love the snow.
I was born in January.
Yeah.
But
you know, I get excited. You send me video. I'm like, I tell my mom to send me videos whenever it's snowing outside. I love it.
That's so crazy.
I love extreme weather.
Has your daughter's how old is she now?
She'll be 2 in a few weeks.
Has she ever been in the snow?
I don't think she understood what was going on.
Okay.
But I'm definitely, it's about to be a thing.
It's about to be a thing. Have you ever made a snowman or any such thing?
I have. Have you made a snowman before?
Or have you dated one? You know, bad girls growing up. All right. Well, anyway, Real Housewives of Atlanta's own Kenya Moore is going to be joining us when we come back. So I know she doesn't hold her tongue about anything, and she has no problem answering questions. And she gives some of the funniest shade.
She does.
On that show. So let's see what she got for us today. Kenya Moore, when we come back, Real Housewives of Atlanta is Way Up with Angela Yee.
Now I'm back at it. You vibing Way Up with Angela Yee.
Angela Yee and Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here. And you know who's here with us?
Yes.
It's Kenya Moore Hair Care.
Kenya Moore Hair Care. Hair Care.
We had to do that. Yeah. Well, welcome, Kenya.
Thank you.
Your hair does look good, too.
Thank you. Well, I had some help today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, listen, you got a lot going on, lady.
It's a lot.
Jasmine and I actually were talking about, we watch Real Housewives together. So we've been following your journey. We saw on the latest episode.
It's Sunday night.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Sunday night is Portugal.
Yes, yeah, you guys are in Portugal.
To the hospital.
Yes, that's when I fell, yes.
Ooh, I want to ask you, how did you feel when you saw what Courtney had to say
that was
about karma? Because she tried to say that you slipping and falling was karma.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. So everything that's happened bad in her life is karma?
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Because even Drew was like, now...
That's too far.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I haven't done anything to you that would warrant you saying something like that to me. Like, I literally asked you to stop hitting me 100 times. And
we both looked at each other.
You know what I mean? I was just like, that's a
we're
lot.
Not friends like that.
Like, it was just too much. And it was just her way. Like, she's very
touchy,
but then she's like, hey, girl. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm going to need you to stop hitting me like that because it's becoming something else now. She's a strange one, you know, but I think saying things like that, she didn't even know if I was okay.
Right.
I was in the ambulance on my way to the hospital. So they made me go. And for her not to even know if I was okay and to say that just speaks to her character.
Yeah, and that was great. Candy went with you.
Yeah, Candy was there. That hospital was scary.
Especially when you're in another country.
Yeah.
No, I went
Y'all
to
in the
2
hallway?
hospitals. I went to 2 hospitals. The first one was a public one. It was like all these naked, like 90-year-old people naked and moaning. It was like Walking Dead. And then someone that was working with us called the private hospital, and no one spoke English. Not one person.
Oh, that's right. You guys were in Portugal.
Yeah, and so then, but it was a hospital, Then they took us to a private hospital, and it was like night and day.
Okay, thank goodness.
Yeah.
I had to go with one of my friends to the hospital out of the country, and it was a scary thing. They was rolling in bodies.
Oh,
and we were in the waiting room,
like
and
a
I was
receiving
like,
hospital.
Candy's such a good friend because she was a trooper. She sat there with you for a while.
Yeah,
not for the whole time, not a while.
She was there the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was there. She would go out and report how things were going, but she was there. Yeah, Candy's always been a real
I want to
friend.
ask a question again about Courtney. Do you feel like there's pressure when you first come on the show to kind of
make an impact?
Yeah, like just over,
You saw her first episode. It was like, girl, relax. Like, it's not that serious. That's not what we're looking for. And that's the problem with this show and the casting, I think, when we've been on so long.
Yeah.
The newbies come on and think that's what you're supposed to do. Create some fake drama, be over the top, and, and that's going to go over well. But it didn't work out for her. She's not a housewife.
Right.
But don't sit there and amp it up and say, I heard you were talking about me. You said you didn't know me. And then the next thing is like, well, I said, and now you bucking up and doing your head like headbutting people and like cursing and like, I'm not from the ghetto, but I would beat y'all. I'm like, I was like, oh yeah, this.
But
this
Kenya is
not
a
it.
naturally funny person too. Like you're just naturally funny.
Yeah.
But I think it probably took a minute for you to also find your groove, right? You have to get used to the cameras being around.
I was
You
used
also-
to because I came from
but in
not
reality
reality cameras though.
No, that's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you forget that they're there after a while. You really do forget.
That's what's scary, I'm sure.
It is scary because it's like, oh, what did I say? Oh, what did I do? Oh, what did I show? So you have your guard up a little bit. But I think what makes people successful on the show is when they're authentic.
Right.
When I came on, I was just a mess because I was a mess. I wasn't trying to be a mess.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, I'm dating this dude, this a loser, this one over here. I'm having issues with my mom. I'm having issues with wanting a family. I'm making wrong decisions. I'm over here just doing stuff that's just like, oh, this is crazy. But it wasn't anything I premeditated. It wasn't anything that I set out to go, oh, I'm going to go over here and flirt with this person. Like, it was just crazy stuff happening, bombs going off everywhere.
And there's also real issues you have now, even wanting to have a second child.
Yeah, it's a real issue for me because here I am at this big age. I had to have IVF and I have enormous fibroids. I actually lost consciousness. I was telling you this story when I had my daughter. And
that's so scary, by the way.
It's so scary. It was so scary. And every time I went to the hospital, I didn't know if they were going to tell me she's gone.
Oh.
Every time. Literally at least 8 times. I would go to the hospital for an emergency.
Yeah.
And it's stuff that they didn't cover on the show because they weren't there, for my pregnancy.
Right.
That was a struggle in and of itself. So to get to here and she's thriving and she's
so beautiful.
Thank you.
Honestly, but she is amazing. Seeing y'all twirling together and everything.
She's
such a cutie
special.
pie.
Thank you.
So cute.
Is she going to be able to still stay on the show? Because I know there were some discrepancies. So
I'm fighting that now.
Okay.
My ex-husband is fighting me in court. We could have been divorced by now, but when you sue someone for divorce, the custody of a child, a minor, comes into play. So we were very close, and then the last mediation, he wants to challenge my right to have the final say on her filming because he's now on a reality show.
Oh.
He's on a reality show? Mm-hmm. What show?
I don't know. He's filming a reality show.
I was like, wait, I haven't seen this show.
He's filming.
Is it an ensemble? Is it just him?
He won't tell me a lot about
so
it.
Does he want her on the show?
Yes. And so now that's what's causing the divorce proceeding to move forward because I'm like, that's what I sued you for custody for is because you were trying to keep
her off
of
TV.
Real Housewives.
Yeah.
Now you want to be on a show now all of a sudden, and you need my permission for her to be on that show because I have final say.
Right.
It's just so much BS.
You have created a monster. He wants to be on TV now.
Yeah, but everyone told me that.
I remember when he was just at Soko.
I don't want to be.
I used to go there.
It was like, I've been in this restaurant before. I was like,
yeah.
And what about when it comes to, because now you have somebody new that you're dating. Now, this has also been some type of drama on the show too, right? Just because he went on a date with Marlo.
He didn't. Let me explain that. It was not a date, girl. That was a meet and greet.
Not a meet and greet.
They met before that. So some of this stuff, we have our reunion on Thursday. So some of this stuff is going to be clarified. But that wasn't when they met. They met in his restaurant through a friend that was there at the restaurant. But it wasn't a date to him. It was like they met at the restaurant. It was like a Chipotle.
Okay.
And it was a Mexican fast food place.
Okay.
Down the street, and they both drove there, met there, had some fast food. Is that a date to you? Like, if that's your standard.
But Kenya,
Kenya,
would you if it wasn't?
I don't even care.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was so long ago,
yeah.
and it didn't lead to anything. There was no. So it's like, what do I care? I mean,
Right.
but it was.
But people were comparing that situation to you bringing up Martell and the DM.
I never said she shouldn't bring it up, but I think her mischaracterization of it
wasn't a date.
It wasn't a date. Like, if that was a date, honey, your standards are really super low.
What's the difference between trying to warn somebody and quote unquote hating on a situation? Because I think that's what comes into play, right? Some people will be like, because in your head, you're just giving Sheree a warning about Martell. It's just I'm just letting you know, girl.
Because she is my actual friend.
And some people looked at it like, why are you trying to hate? So
I'm not trying to hate. I told it, but what you didn't see is me saying, I'm happy for you. It was no big deal, but I wanted it to come out of my mouth because of my experience on the show. Y'all know what I've been through with men and people accusing me of this and accusing me of that. I'm like, nope, you're going to hear it from me. And this is what happened, and that's all it was. And I pulled her to the side. I didn't have an audience. It was no big deal. And I even said, I'm happy for you. If you're happy, Sheree, I'm happy for Sheree. Because I really like Sheree.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. Kenya Moore is here with us, as in me, and Jasmine Brand will be back with more. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Yeah, she back at it. Bring in the back. Way Up with Angela Yee is on.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine Brand is here with me. We are talking to Kenya Moore from Real Housewives of Atlanta. Now let's talk about Sanya for a second.
Who?
Right, well, you did host her fundraiser.
You did. I
did.
I did.
Which was a nice thing to do,
Thank
right?
you.
It's a nonprofit. It's a charity. It's for moms.
Yeah.
And so
it's a great charity.
How did y'all go left? Because
you watched the episode when she was talking crap about me behind my back, and it was the previous episode where I'm like, no, girl. You're calling me at the last minute. I will be there. I will show up for you because I'm a girl who always believes in charity. I always believe in giving back, especially when there's moms involved, kids involved, young black girls involved.
Yes.
I am there. Everybody knows that. Check my track record. So when she called me and she needed me, I was like, I got you. I got there. I felt like she had a low goal. I was like, no, girl, 50,000. I got this is over here. This bag costs 50,000. Let's go.
You did good.
You know what I'm saying?
You did good. She was like, this table right here, what we got?
And the fact that I donated more than anybody.
Yes, you did.
And
she was like, I started off 5,000.
And then I think my other company gave a donation too. So regardless, if it was $1, the fact that I just gave you my heart, I did something out of the goodness of my heart, and then the next week she turns around and was talking crap about me with Marlo, and it's not the first time that she's done it. She says she's neutral, but in my heart I was like, no, she's not, because I have all these other instances where I see that she's not, and I was like, okay, I'm cool on you. I've seen enough.
And you donated your time too, so that's also
time.
It's also valuable for that.
I would charge somebody for that. Like, come on, you know.
Yeah,
when
I know
you
how
show
it is.
up, you know there's a check.
Yeah.
You know, I felt it was a really big slap in my face. And I really wanted, and it was other things that she had done that was, for me, all these 1 + 1 + 1s are adding up. So I just said, this is not good for me.
Yeah. And sometimes you also don't know until you see the episode, right?
Yeah, I didn't know. Some things I knew, like off camera, some things that happened between us that I addressed earlier on at a lunch, I think, you know, when she was saying some stuff and wasn't supportive of me. And then it was the Portugal trip and some other stuff. And I was like, I knew those things had happened too. And I just said, she's just showing me time and time again that she is not team me.
Right.
And it's okay. And it's okay.
Yeah.
I don't think she's a bad person. I just don't think she's a friend to me.
Now, what about Drew? One of the questions about Drew, and she was up here recently, is people feel like she's acting.
End scene.
Yeah, Candy's an end scene.
Yeah, that's
What
tough.
are your thoughts?
I think Drew is really going through some things. I mean, obviously she's filed for divorce. She and her husband are constantly, you know, working on their marriage. It's unfortunate because I was really rooting for them. I really thought they were going to get back together. Like, because from last year, seemed like they were on the brink of divorce. And then this year they seemed to be more pleasant with each other. He seemed to be more supportive. And then all of a sudden we get hit with the news at the end of the season that they're breaking up. And I was like, oh no. But I don't think that she's acting. I think that she's just trying to find her way, and it's a lot going on. And maybe because she's been a child actor, they're accusing her of that. But I don't.
What about the accusations about her and Ty Young?
Kissing.
Did you see the video?
Hold on, really quick. Hold on.
No.
Okay.
I mean, what video? Is there proof?
So listen. Okay. So did you see that the cameras were off, but they had like some little regular footage, and Candy and Drew were arguing about, you know, whether in fact she kissed Latoya a few seasons ago.
I know about that.
Okay, so Drew is holding 10 toes down to say that she did not kiss this girl. Did you see Drew kiss Latoya?
I mean, I think it was made clear at the reunion 2 years ago that Latoya said they kissed.
But did you see it?
I saw it.
Okay.
I mean,
it's confirmed.
I mean, I'm not the only one that said that though. It's
Because
like
Candy
was angry because Candy's not a liar. I'm not a liar either, but Candy is known that she's not going to sit there and lie.
Right.
So people challenge me all the time, but they don't challenge Candy. And so Candy is like, you going to tell me I saw...
Candy got so mad she left the room.
Angry. They were mad at each other. It was crazy. They were like literally going at it.
But this gives context to this new kissing situation that Angela was asking about.
I don't know anything about that situation. I did speak to Drew about it, but I'll let her tell you her side of it. I wasn't there. I can't tell you about that.
All right. Well, normally we would have Ask Ye when we come back, but of course we had to give the floor to Kenya Moore. She's here with us from Real Housewives of Atlanta. It's me, Jasmine Brand. We got more when we come back on Way Up with Angela Yee.
You vibing way up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from the Jasmine Brand is here. We're talking to Kenya Moore from Real Housewives of Atlanta. From this last season that you guys did, what are some things that you have going on that you wish would have made it into the season from what you've seen, but that didn't make it? Because you guys do film a lot and some things don't make it.
I mean, for me, you know, it's all about showing me as the real businesswoman that I am. I learned a completely new business, which is the hair care industry. I develop products. Like a lot of that, those pieces are filmed, but they don't put them in the show. And I know the feedback from some of the viewers is like, well, we want to see the process.
Yeah.
And not only is it interesting to them, but it's a learning curve because a lot of people want to be entrepreneurs. They want to learn how to figure it out. What was your process? Everyone's process is different, but show me, teach me. And a lot of those scenes are cut.
Can they do something online with that? Maybe something
digital.
It would be up to me. I mean, that would be a Bravo choice. But I feel like the fans, it's a consistent complaint every year, especially from me, because they see me building, but then the pieces fall apart. And I feel like that might even happen. I'm building a hair salon.
Right.
I literally have never had a brick and mortar company before. And I am learning from the beginning. And Roy, helped me along the way with some of that. Yeah. So, he's got 100.
My man.
Not my man.
Almost my man. Almost my man. Go ahead.
No. But just purely from a business perspective, I have a lot of respect for him.
Right.
And I think, it's unfortunate that some of the stuff on RHOA is clouded with some BS, like, this date or that date. Let's talk about the man, the business, the heart, the kindness. all of the things that he's shown me, that no matter what happens, I have a friend.
Yeah.
You know, and I have a real friend. Someone who's shown up for me way more than some of the girls on the show. So,
well, he should.
He missed me with all that.
He should. He likes you.
Yeah.
Have you ever pitched your own spin-off special
to Bravo?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I have actually. It was during the pandemic, and that was one of the reasons why they said, you know, let's wait on this. I have established this trip that I take with Brooklyn every year to Paris. And it's Paris not only through my eyes, is learning the city, the culture, the people, the language, but also through a 1-year-old's eyes. And so we celebrated her 1-year birthday there, 2, 3, and 4. Every year we go to Paris. So I pitch Kenya and Brooklyn and Paris, basically.
Makes sense. All these different places
and
in
also,
a place.
there's so many things we haven't seen.
Yeah, that's
but we
cute.
haven't seen Black Paris. We haven't seen Paris through the eyes of a child. We haven't seen a young kid navigate. We went to Cannes when we were there last, couple of weeks ago. We went to Saint-Tropez.
That's amazing.
You know what I mean?
She's living a life.
Yes, I ain't never been to San
Whoever she
Francisco.
dates later on is going to have to
My mama took me here. Okay,
Right.
Saint-Tropez been there, and when I was 3.
Yeah, but it's just like, for me, just
Go to Paris every year.
learning everything through our eyes is a different perspective. Not only being of my age, being newly single, and for her being a child, and also being, there together. What does that look like? What does that look like to spend a summer in Paris with a child, and also everything that's there, the food, figuring out how to make, vichyssoise. It's like everything.
That's dope. Thank you so much. We'll definitely be watching, as you know, together, me and the Jasmine brand.
Yes.
Always rooting for you. Kenya
Thank you.
Moore Hair Care.
Also in CVS, guys.
Nice.
Please visit. We're expanding. Just found out by the end of the year, we're going to be in 2,400 CVS stores.
That is huge.
In addition to my 2,300 Sally and some other stores.
That is
coming.
amazing. Congratulations
Yes,
on
thank you.
everything. What a
Thank
blessing.
you. Thank you.
That
It
is so
has been.
dope.
This
See,
is Brooklyn's
entrepreneur.
legacy.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you so much to Kenya Moore for joining us. If you want to see that full interview, you can check it out on my YouTube page at Way Up with Yee. You can also always call us and leave a message, 800-292-5150. And when we come back, that's when we'll be playing your messages for Last Word. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Pick up the phone.
Tap in. Tap in and get your voice heard.
What the word is.
Here's the Last Word on Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here.
Angela, how are you feeling? It's the end of the show.
I feel great.
Yeah.
It was a good show. Kenya Moore was here. We love a little Real Housewives.
Yeah.
Real Housewives of Atlanta and Real Housewives of Potomac are my favorites.
I was just about to ask you that.
Are they doing a Real Housewives of Detroit?
No, but they are going to do they have a new
Chicago?
Well, I don't know, but Carlos King has a new reality show, with the ensemble in Detroit. I can't remember the name of it, but
okay.
So yeah.
All right, can't wait for that.
We love Detroit.
And we'll be there next week.
Yeah, we will be there.
So shout out to Detroit. Our project is moving along well.
Moving and grooving, baby.
Yes, 30-unit building in Midtown. Brand new roof is already done. We should be able to start construction next week.
Okay.
And so we're on track.
I'm excited about it.
Me too.
I've never done anything like this, so.
Yes, and this is the biggest situation I've done. 30 units in Midtown. Great location.
Yep.
So anyway, thank you to Kenya Moore for joining us. Thank you to you guys, because y'all are the most important people who we talk to every single day. And we are so grateful and thankful and blessed.
Yes.
To be here. And of course, if there's anything that you ever want to talk about, you can always hit us up. 800-292-5150 is the number. You can also hit us up on our socials at Way Up with Yee. Make sure you check out full interviews on our YouTube channel at Way Up with Yee also. And, tomorrow's Friday.
Yeah.
And as usual, on a Friday, it's party time. Now, Jasmine normally isn't here Fridays.
Okay.
But Mano will be here, and we are definitely going to have some Cinco de Mano while you're not here.
I miss all the we have fun every day, but I always miss the drinking days.
Yes. And what I love about Mano is he always acts like he doesn't want to drink, he doesn't want to do this, but he'll do it anyway.
He will. He will. He's a
next
good
thing
sport.
you know, he's taking over. All right, so we cannot wait to be rocking with y'all on a happy hour on Friday. But in the meantime, as usual, you guys always have the last word. 800-292-5150 is the number in case we can't pick up. When you call for Shine a Light, when you call for Tell Us a Secret, when you call for Ask Ye, you can always leave a message and we will hear them. Here it is. It is last word.
Hey, good morning. This is Tisha. I just want to shine a light on my daughter today. It's her 25th birthday, and she's an amazing mother. She's independent. My baby done made it to be the store manager. Yeah, I'm very proud and I'm very happy, and I just want to say happy birthday, Jada. A-Squad.
Yo, Angela, this is Paris from the Bronx, but I'm in Florence, South Carolina right now. You was talking about how Dan got mesmerized by Drake. So I wanted to say I forgot how old I was. I'm 42 now, but I got starstruck over Yolanda Adams. She was doing a performance down in the city, and I was helping set up the stage. And after she got off, I walked over to her and I spoke to her, and me, her, and her bodyguard, she let me walk her back to her hotel. And, you know, I was young. She was older. I was trying to flirt with her, you know what I'm saying? But it didn't work out. But, yeah, I got band struck. But, yo, Ange, I love you. I appreciate you. Way up with Angela Yee. That's my thing every day. Keep doing the best thing you're doing, baby. One.
Yo, this Barry Cheese from Nashville, Tennessee, man. I just want to shine a light on all the Nashville hip-hop artists that's grinding, trying to get heard. Feel like we're overshadowed by the stigma of Nashville being just country music. Nashville is not just country music. SSK_DH, Lotus Music, Fredo Ruthless. There's a lot of them making moves and making noise out here. So, yeah, just want to shine a light on them, man. Like, shine a light.
You already know who this is, man. We all the way up with Angela Yee.
Remember the night.